What's up? How are you? Hope all is well. I'm back. I was in Atlanta for uh, for some production stuff, but ended up just being there uh, due to just having to be there. Yeah, but I wanted to discuss the Chicago Foods Red members, few members, and some other great people will be with us for our first annual Freedmen Homecoming. That's in DC. And our 14th Amendment rally or Save Our Republic rally. This also will be in DC, July. It'll be July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I decided to do this rally because I think that we don't come together. And I feel like there's always excuses why we don't come together or stuff like that. And then also, I feel like not enough people understand the Constitution and how the Constitution can be in our favor. Also, realizing that there are a lot of people out there that are on the Democratic side that basically have counted the freedmen community out, has counted anybody that is conservative out, has tried to count anybody that that was a moderate Democrat or saw the difference and moved on over to the Republican side. And I wanted to show them that there are a lot of people that are moderate, a lot of people that do have common sense, a lot of people that are exceptionally educated and do not have to deal with the weirdness over in the Democratic Party. I've realized that I've lost more comedian friends than I've ever lost before. So that's hilarious to me because comedy is supposed to be an uncomfortable truth. And y'all really don't have legit good jokes when it comes to Trump. It's more of hate and angry. So because y'all have y'all personally do not like this man because clearly you don't like his personality. Maybe he's not heartwarming to you, but anything that he does, you guys have an issue with, and it's just insane to me. And anybody that supported him in this last election is an idiot or ignorant or dumb, or I've heard unattractive, even though that doesn't make any sense. But that's the Democratic Party. That's the statuses. That's how they act. That's what they think. You know, Democratic Party is the party for Hollywood, party for popularity, party for just people who really don't see the importance of this country and don't see the economic value of this country, the economic value that Americans bring to this country. And it's unfortunate to see that, but it is what it is. So, that's how that goes. Also doing this because I've been getting a lot of, Zoe, you really need to go independent. Neither party is good for you. And I understand that. Every time you tell me that, I get it and I understand it. But I also understand that for 60 years, and then I'll say the last 10 or 15 years of my life, my age group has and was told to vote this way, vote the Democratic way. And you guys voted against yourself every time. I'm not going to sit here and shame you guys or anything like that, because what is that going to do trying to shame us? At the end of the day, a lot of people were indoctrinated. A lot of people were told to do this. A lot of people rely on the government. A lot of people do not do their research, are lazy, do not independently think for themselves. So that was that. But you cannot try to tell somebody now, well, we just need to go independent because I just don't like the Republican Party. That's your personal choice that you didn't like the Republican Party. That's why you voted against your own interests for 30 and 40 and 50 years, because you just didn't like the Republican Party. You just didn't like the Republican Party is not enough for you to give your vote to the Democratic Party, who used you guys, used the black vote, but I've never taken any of this seriously until the last election. But for you guys to continuously to vote this way and be okay with voting away 40 years, you try to say that we can't try 8 years on the Republican side. We can't give the black people can't give their vote to the Republican Party for at least 8 years. When y'all gave it to the Democratic Party for 60 years, 40 years, 50 years, 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, 8 years, 4 years. Like you literally are teaching your children to continue to vote a certain way because you have an issue with the Republican Party, because in your mind you feel like the Republican Party is this racist party, when the whole time the party of racism is the blue party. You understand? So I don't understand. I don't get it. But do your thing. Rock out. Do whatever you feel good and possible. But if people was ready to go independent, it would have been an independent party a long time ago. Like I was telling Danielle earlier today, people like, make sure you read Project 2025. Project 2025. Reading Project 2025 and the Office of the New Americans Plan. If you read the Office of the New Americans Plan and you read Project 2025, Project 2025 did not that didn't make me be like, oh yeah, when I see this, oh yeah, I can't vote for Trump or da 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 da. When I saw the Office of the New Americans Plan, that's when I said I got no choice but to vote for Trump, because this right here is happening. This is the problem. This is the problem, and it's been happening for a long time. But because you have the Democratic Party that don't put themselves first. No, they put themselves first, but they're selfish. That's a selfish party. So they don't care about telling y'all about the Office of New American Plan. I have never in my fight, since I've been fighting this, it's going on 3 years, I have never seen ABC, NBC, CNN, MSNBC, Don Lemon, Joanne Reed, Roland Martin, any of them discuss Office of the New American Plan. Never. And they're never going to. They're never going to, because that is detrimental to our community. The Democratic Party we are the guinea pigs for the Democratic Party. They have literally counted us out. Okay, that's why even with social media, and as you notice, social media, and he's your favorite, Meta. Meta. You got TikTok. They show a lot of these. For instance, right now what's going viral is the west side of Chicago fighting them police officers over there. You understand? They always showing why they have to bring these people over here, because they feel like we just losers. We're just ignorant. We don't care. We're fighters. We don't care about voting. We don't care about any of those things. And that's not true. That's not true at all. Like I'm definitely pro-black, but I'm also pro-America. I'm pro-everybody. The issue is I'm not a selfish person. A person who gets in office or is in this political game, they have to see all corners, all sides, and they cannot be a selfish. The Democratic Party is selfish as hell. They've been selfish. That's why they're mad now. They're spreading the worst propaganda on earth. And at this point, they're just flat out lying. You know, and it's crazy. But let me go back to. So yes, we're having this. If you guys have not registered and you are in the Chicago area, we have a few spots left that we are driving. So please send an email to info@chicagoflipsred.com, and our operational manager, we'll get back to you. It is a price, but it's honestly, when you think of the price and all that stuff, when going down there, it's really not that bad because we have to take care of our driver and making sure we have gas and all those things. And we want to support him and his company. It's a small-owned business. Shout out to Miss Vanita for finding him. She's part of the CFR West Side chapter. So shout out to you, Miss Vanita, for that. To register is free. So it starts on the 3rd. So let's see if I get this. All right. So July 3rd, we will be at the Supreme Court. We will be talking about the 14th Amendment and its original intent. 10 o'clock. The panels will start. It's probably going to start. I ain't going to hold you. They're probably going to start a little bit. We're probably going to be delayed. But they are supposed to start at 10. I would tell everybody to get there around 11 o'clock. 11:30, 12. But we will have a senior panel. We will have talk about the 13th Amendment, focus on the First Step Act, Second Chance, and President 47. 14th at 12, we'll have the 14th Amendment, focus on freedmen and birthright citizenship. 1 o'clock, be the 15th Amendment, voter registration, impact of your vote. At 2, we're doing a youth panel. 3, the military and veterans panel, and everything that they fought for. Then July 4th, we will be having the Freedmen Homecoming, and that's a celebration and clarity of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. We will have some candidates that will be introducing themselves. We'll have voter registration, voter integrity, music. We're going to have music at both. I love music. Music is, I think, the key to the medicine, actually. Is the medicine of this broken world. So, yes, we will have music. We'll be out there answering questions. It's a celebration. So don't look at this as a very, don't think of this as, I know people look at the black and white pictures back in the day. Nah, like this is our version of our homecoming. Think of this like tailgating. Think of this as probably a food, conversation, drums, all those type of things, and just a good time, pictures. And then I'm also opposing the No Kings rally that that probably will be happening as well. They're probably going to come by Lafayette Park or come around those areas. And at the end of the day, they're just mad because they lost the game. That's just real talk. They lost the game. They literally was going to count us out, and they're mad. They're mad. They're mad at this man. They're mad at this administration. They're mad at everybody but themselves. And then July 5th, we'll be visiting the Lincoln Memorial. We'll have a picnic brunch at the National Mall. 1:15 will be National Museum of African American History and Culture. We have a reserved time, so that's 1:15. Also, we have the National Museum of American History. So yes, those are that's it. I'm excited. I feel like I'm asking my Philly and my Delaware, my Baltimore, my DC, and my Virginia, and my North Carolina, my South Carolina, my Jersey, my New York, my upstate, Atlanta, Florida. Please join us July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And please come bring knowledge. Like I always say, Ms. Jessica always say we all got to get the 4, and this is my way of getting the 4. Chicago Foods Red way of getting the 4, and that's what's up. I'm excited. I'm excited to meet a lot of people. Shout out to Ms. Roz, who lives in the DC area. She just connected with me with the DC Freedmen community. If there are any other Freedmen communities that would love to connect and be involved, I would definitely appreciate it. I am not a person who feels like I know everything, because I do not. I just know that economically none of this makes sense. And I have my path, the way that I'm going politically, and right now, that's it. I have my ancestors behind me. I have God behind me. I have my supporters behind me. I have the supporters of Chicago Foods Red behind me. I've got the supporters of MAGA behind us, supporters of Freedmen community behind us, and that's it. A lot of people, let me see. So June 27th, the Supreme Court voted 6-3, siding with Trump when it comes to the Birthright Citizenship Act. And there's a lot of Democrats that are mad. They're upset. It's funny, though, but it's kind of bittersweet, though, because they literally could have been fighting this for us. But we're going to listen to President Trump.
Thanks to this decision.
Let's see.
Thanks to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis. And some of the cases we're talking about would be ending birthright citizenship, which now comes to the fore. That was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people trying to scam the system and come into the country on a vacation. This was, in fact, it was the same date, the exact same date, the end of the Civil War. It was meant for the babies of slaves, and it's so clean and so obvious. But this lets us go there and finally win that case, because hundreds of thousands of people are pouring into our country under birthright citizenship, and it wasn't meant for that reason. It was meant for the babies of slaves. So thanks to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with these numerous policies and those that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis, including birthright citizenship, ending sanctuary city funding, suspending refugee resettlement, freezing unnecessary funding, stopping federal taxpayers from paying for transgender surgeries, and numerous other priorities of the American people.
All right. So that right there. That's what my fight is. Me going there tomorrow. July 3rd and the 4th. So I'm standing with him. There's people that still gonna try to oppose it. Democrat Party, they're mad. But the funny thing is about this situation is, as him being as these people call him, a white supremacist and a racist and all these things. He's the only president I know that has stood on that 14th Amendment for us. Yes, there's people saying it needs to be worded a certain way and da da da. I just feel like everybody wants to be critical of everything, and that's another thing too. All the stuff that he's going to say is not going to be absolutely politically correct. The man's not a politician, okay? He saw the bullshit like I see the bullshit and like a lot of other people saw the bullshit. I am not a politician. I'm not a politician at all. But if I got to get in this fight, I will, because as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, economically, none of this don't make no sense. And it doesn't make any sense because the people who are in government are people who are selfish, who are crooks, who only take care of their people, and they will do it at the expense of the American people. They are greedy. They have no conscience. They have no heart. They don't care about a person. They don't want to see the greater good of what American citizens. They basically say that they've been counting us out. The Democratic Party done counted us out so bad that they literally are dying on this hill for the illegal immigrants on the 14th Amendment that was meant for the descendants of the enslaved. But y'all worried about this man saying the slave of babies, because they were pissed off about that too. Him saying the slave of babies, but nobody wasn't upset about this. I don't know. Let's talk about it for a minute. Nobody wasn't upset. See, I do this. Hold on.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to see.
Take a look at my record, man.
Take a look. Look at your record.
Extended the voting rights.
Got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to see.
Take a look at my record, man. I extended the voting rights 25 years. I have a record that is second to none. The NAACP has endorsed me every time I've run.
He says the NAACP. He says the NAACP. Even with that, right? First of all, he was disrespectful. I went back and just that whole. I'm trying to deleting this. I'm hearing that too while I'm talking. Okay. He was disrespectful, really, the whole time he was talking to Charlamagne. As a matter of fact, happy birthday to Charlamagne. It's his birthday today. But the fact that he said they talked about he was talking about prison and how we can't decriminalize marijuana. We can't legalize marijuana because there is studies. It's a study. It's always a study when it comes to anybody that's predominantly doing something or it does something. But it's a study when it comes to weed and if it's messing up us mentally. Now, y'all know damn well before the government got into our weed, there was nothing wrong with the marijuana. Nothing wrong at all. But he says that they can't until the studies are done. And Charlamagne says, like, how many studies do we got? We got a lot of studies. We got a lot of people that's on marijuana right now. And we see that they're perfectly fine. A lot of people function great on marijuana. A lot of people get a lot of stuff done on marijuana. But now the government has taken a hold of marijuana, and now they're spraying stuff on marijuana, and now people are catching cancer and all type of things because the government got into it. But, and him also say the NAACP endorses me every time. The NAACP doesn't care about Black Americans. No one cares about Black Americans. We got to care about ourselves. That's honestly what it's like. Pick yourself up by the bootstrap. Yeah. So, and when you look into the local and state level, if you live in a democratic city, you'll see in a state, you'll see that the Democrat don't care about small business. They don't care about our communities. Like, they don't care about none of that. They have all the studies that they continue to do. There's one study that they don't show us, and that's the study of how can we figure out how to exterminate these niggas for good. You understand what I'm saying? Like gentrification. Okay, we got gentrification. We got limit them for what little resources that they can get off welfare and Section 8. Just give them just enough. And then let's make sure they don't have any jobs. Make housing hard as well. Tell them that, give them an illusion that it's affordable housing, but it's not affordable housing. It's sick. And y'all continue to vote this way because an entertainer is telling you this. An entertainer that's a slave to the entertainment world. Anytime they speak out and say anything that's against the Democratic narrative, they going to prison. They gonna find some shit that Democrat Party been knowing that they've been messing around with children and doing weird things, but they don't care about that as long as you continue to have this narrative and brainwash our kids and brainwash our adults and brainwash our seniors, knowing damn well that y'all not even happy. The Democrat Party is sick, and so they mad at a nigga like me. Especially the entertainment world is really mad at me because I'm exposing the BS. Because they sit and talk about how messed up the Republican Party is, but ain't nothing wrong with the Republican Party. It's something wrong with the Republican Party, but you don't see nothing wrong with the Democratic Party. It's crazy. And like I told Danielle earlier today, I was like, I don't think that they think it's anything wrong. Because if they did, they would have been apologized. They would have acknowledged how they messed up, how they messed up their voting base, how they messed up their voting base. Like, honestly, nobody has all they do is keep pointing fingers to Trump and all of this, and they're taking this and they're taking that, and they're going to take this away and they're going to take this away. And basically, we need y'all to continue to depend on the government for pennies so we can keep our multi-million-dollar pensions and salaries and keep lying to you guys. You guys must depend on the government. You guys must depend on these food stamps. You guys must depend on this Section 8. Yes, you cannot find a good job. No, we will not make sure your kids know how to do a trade. No, your kids will be gay at 4. And if you have a problem with them being gay at 4, then we're taking your child. So then now we can sacrifice your child and all weird ass shit like that. And then when you call this shit out, you the weirdo. Nah, you the weirdo. Now, sorry for my tangent. So, we're going to go to this. My fault.
So, Miss Carter Walters, are you imagining a border crisis? How would you respond to that?
Hold on.
And that's why President Trump almost will. They're
Um, I got terrible. Our internet in here is not the greatest, so that's
unvetted and illegally. So no, we are not imagining anything. When I go outside my house and I look from side to side and across the street and I see what I see, I'm not and see the gangs and see everybody that's not, well, let me say this,
right. I was trying to say this. This part was very important of what Danielle said.
So, Miss Carter Walters, are you imagining a border crisis? How would you respond to that?
and that's why President Trump we almost had a red wave in the United States, because we're tired of the lies, the gaslighting from the Democrat Party. All while everything they're saying right now that Trump is a threat. Everything is a threat. No, they're the threat. The Biden-Harris administration allowed 20 million people to cross that border unvetted and illegally. So no, we are not imagining anything. When I go outside my house and I look from side to side and across the street and I see what I see, I'm not and see the gangs and see everybody that's not, well, let me say this, people who I know that's not from my community and people who I know that's not from here. When I see that invasion in my community, then I'm not imagining anything. No, I'm looking at that with my own eyes.
So, Miss Carter Walters, are you imagining a border crisis?
So yes. So that, and she's actually said we're tired of the lies, the gaslighting from the Democratic Party. And that's basically it. All they do is lie. They lie. They haven't told the truth yet. And they won't tell the truth, because tell the truth meaning they have to acknowledge that, oh yeah, we totally sold out the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party needs to be burned to the ground. That's what I'm talking. Independent party, they need a new party. The Democratic Party needs a new party. The Democratic Party, y'all should start thinking of a new party right now. Like, that's what y'all need to go think about doing. And the saved party. You understand? Like, I saw somebody was like, oh yeah, we're going to do the JFK Democrats, and we're going to do this. I'm a JFK Democrat, and I'm a this, and I'm a that. Hey, y'all policies are the problem. Y'all ain't never going to get policies that make sense because you guys have commercialized the Democratic Party. Everything you guys you need sponsors. Y'all are the party of y'all party of welfare. Y'all party of welfare, and we need and to depend on the government in the most pathetic way, the most laziest way. Y'all like I say, like one of the good friends say, it's clicks in politics. What it is definitely clicks in politics. Y'all don't care about anybody. Y'all, I seen when I was in Atlanta, I seen a couple of people that I knew. And I know they're salty that I am how I am when it comes to the political, this whole political field. And I don't care because also these people have not been down in City Hall with me for 2 years. They also have not looked at the situation that they're dealing with here in the city of Chicago. We're not dealing the land. They've been taking our land for forever. They've been taking our land for forever. That's why we don't have shit. And none of y'all can sit there and stand with any of us because y'all also in it too. Y'all helping taking the land too. Y'all helping taking property too. Like, again, y'all is the party of selfishness. Y'all don't care about nobody but yourselves. Y'all, that's all. So when you only care about yourself, then of course you're going to have a problem with the way that I think. A person who cares about the people versus a selfish person, you ain't going to have no what conversation can we have? There's nothing that you can tell me to make me believe in the Democratic Party. And y'all know that. That's why when y'all come to me and see me, y'all will say, well, you know, we need to have a party of black. See, that's what it is. We need to have a party of black. The Democratic Party was the party of black. You see how that went? No, I'm good. I don't need no black. I don't need no party of black. Nope. I don't need no party of black. We got the highest in entertainment. We do entertainment. Y'all slaves to the entertainment world. Y'all slaves to the sports world. Y'all slaves to y'all corporation job, your corporate jobs. Y'all just straight black slaves and got the nerve to be mad at a free nigga. You mad at me because I'm not gonna go with any of that bullshit. And anybody else that's not gonna go with that bullshit. I'm free as hell and gonna be free. And anybody else that's with me or standing with me also know they privilege. Everybody needs to know they privilege. Everybody is helping their peoples. The white man is helping their people. The Hispanic man is helping their people. The Asian man is helping their people. The Indian man is helping them people. Black American, nigga, I haven't seen a hand yet. And that's fine. Because my group will be that hand. My group will be that hand. Because one thing about me, rich to me, is making sure my bills are paid and I'm able to do for others. And it's not an issue. It's impossible for a party of black. If y'all wanted to be a party of black would have happened as soon as they killed King and as soon as they killed X and as soon as they killed Hampton. That and Assata Shakur would have been back over here instead of still being in Cuba and y'all great y'all savior, y'all Messiah, Obama, put an extra bounty on her head. Like, no, I'm going with the ones who going with me. I'm going with the vibe setters. And the vibe setters are all types of people. They got common sense, understand economics, care about family, care about children, making sure our seniors eat, farming, housing, property, getting money together, serving the community. That's what Chicago Flips Red and other people are about. We are vibe setters, and vibe setters do not have a certain race or ethnicity. That's how you come together. All we got one thing I only ask for you is we are American first. If you guys think that y'all care more about these countries than y'all care about America, then honestly, you guys should be an ambassador to your favorite fucking country and take your ass over there and lobby for they asses. But we don't got shit here until we can save ourselves. Why are we drowning to take care of other people in other countries? You know why? Because y'all let the Democratic Party flood in with a whole bunch of foreign nationals who are anti-American. The fuck? What of that don't you understand? Yeah. Y'all literally let anybody tell y'all anything. That Biden, that Biden interview that Charlemagne had 17 minutes. Please go back to that and just look how they was talking to him. Like, boy. Like, NAACP endorses me every time. Right. And you done did the most, you done locked up the most black people. You black men, you and Clinton. But the NAACP always endorses me every time. That's just like Bernie Sanders. I was with them when I walked during the Civil Rights Act. I walked with them. Okay, you walked with them, and you saw all the stuff that we were going through in those years, and how we stood. And what did you do? You came in, and then you tried to be president of the United States. And when it came to, do you believe in reparations? No, I don't. No, I don't. But you believed in reparations for the Holocaust. But y'all letting this man now let these people push this weird ass socialist agenda. Bernie Sanders is the Jews over there that you saying is slaughtering them Palestinians. Okay? He's that type of Jew. Because all Jews aren't bad. There's very great Jews out here. Some Jews that I appreciate. My mom had a great Jewish attorney us growing up, our family attorney. Shout out to Mr. Silver Swag. He's no longer with us. He was a very good lawyer, and I promise you, if he was still alive to this day, he would have taken on this case that we have, and they would have been settled it just because of who he was. So that's just that. However, Bernie Sanders ain't shit. Elizabeth Warren ain't shit. Okay, she talking about she was Pocahontas. These are the people that are trying to tell us that we're wrong for being conservative. Because that's basically what you're saying. You're saying, well, you're beyond. Yeah, and y'all too liberal over there. It's liberal to the point that you don't even want to be around them. You don't even want to be around them. How are you stuck up? I said this yesterday or the other day, talking to this girl, and she's talking about something. I think anybody that votes for Trump is just ignorant. Anybody just votes for Trump is ignorant. But you are using Ozempic to lose weight, bitch. Kidneys about to shut down in a matter of 2 minutes because you over here using diabetic medicine to lose weight. But anybody that vote for Trump is ignorant. Get the fuck out of here. What? You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't even make no sense. None of y'all don't make no sense. Trump is a racist. Do you know what the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment is? No, but I just don't care for Trump. Do you know? So you don't know nothing about the U.S. Constitution. Zoe, you already know how racist he is. You don't know nothing about the U.S. Constitution. You don't know nothing about the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. Zoe, look, you always capping for him. I just asked you, did you know anything about the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment? For y'all to be so educated, for y'all to walk across that stage, y'all sure don't know nothing about the U.S. Constitution. Y'all don't know that this is a republic. All y'all know is that Obamacare is what you need in life. If you graduated from college and you are dependent on Obamacare, nigga, you have failed your own self. Thank you. Yeah. you have failed your own self. You know, I've been trying to I was like, you know what? I'm going to be cool about this. Nah, I'm going to start dragging you hoes. I remember when y'all first was saying that y'all didn't want to vote for Trump because he was stealing y'all reproductive rights. That right there is when I should have known that it ain't no hope for just our race together. Nah, you just got to get the ones that you can get and put them over to the side and then deal with your allies. Because ain't no way in the world y'all are mad at a man because y'all said he was stealing reproductive rights. Y'all said that he's going around and snatching families. Nigga, Biden snatched the whole black family. The reason why we don't even have the nuclear family is because of people like bitch ass Biden. Snatching families. These niggas had ample time and money to get their citizenship, to get their visa. You have to do things the right way. Like how y'all are talking about how Trump is, everything he's doing is unconstitutional. It was unconstitutional that all these illegals came over here. Y'all know what I'm saying? The illegals pay just more taxes than us. How do you know? They're fucking undocumented. Oh, because the EITA numbers. You know how much scamming they be doing with them numbers? Just like the what's that other number that people used to have? The CPN. The EITN number is just like they CPN. What the fuck is you talking about? Because they sit and they cry and they say, Intento manita. And we don't understand what they say. And y'all just saying they tried to come over here and when they were coming over here on the border, they were walking on their rocks and the rocks was hitting their feet. And then they came over there and they had cuts and bruises on their feet trying to run from Mexico. What y'all running from in Mexico is I know America on tourism. I know American tourism in Mexico is $1 billion business. So what are y'all running from? What was Venezuela running from? Have you seen Venezuela TikTok? Did they show y'all when the lady from Rwanda and Congo came and talked to Trump? Did they show you that? No. They don't show you where you gotta go. I was trying to tell a couple of people, I said, you gotta literally go and look this stuff up yourself because ABC, MSNBC, CNN, none of the people are going to show you what he's actually doing. But you can he live stream everything and on White House page. You go on the White House page, you can look at everything, and then you look and see what you see. Instead of listening to people who are getting paid millions of dollars to lie to us. And then if you call it out, then it's something wrong with you. No, but it's something wrong with you. Something wrong with your ass, and y'all slow, and y'all retarded, and y'all been slow. Y'all are the ones who y'all are going crazy. Y'all going super crazy about this man. But in order for y'all to jump to be jumped into y'all fraternity and sorority, y'all would do the most weirdest, the most embarrassing thing on earth. Like I say, them is those times when you know you really was kind of gay anyway, and you just wanted to seal the deal, so you go ahead and join a fraternity or sorority. And these are the secrets that y'all take to your grave, but it's really y'all just both having gay sex on both sides. But y'all got a nerd. But y'all mad because a person decides to be conservative or a person decides to vote for Trump. It's the hypocrisy for me. It's the hypocrisy for me. That's why Democratic Party. That's why these priests and these pastors and stuff going crazy for the LGBTQ, because I'm trying to tell you they're trying to push it because the majority of these niggas is gay anyway. Like they just gay. It is what it is, and so they don't want to come out and officially say they gay because we all know they gay. So it'd be a duh. You understand? But it's no, we're going to fight for this. So because we want to live in our truth, but we want to live in our truth in the closet still. No, you can live in your truth on the other side too. You understand? Like, nobody don't have to deal with this. We don't have to deal with the children and how y'all pushing it on them and stuff like that, because y'all are embarrassed on what y'all trying to be. Like, it just gets sick. It's sick. It's going to continue to be sick because the media is out here lying to these. Is lying. I've been sitting there. I had a conversation with one of my friends this past weekend, and one of the things where she was like, "You think it's okay, what he's doing to the LGBTQ?" I said, "What does he do?" He's getting rid of what? Gender affirming care? Yeah. Get rid of it. Yeah, because y'all abused it. See, gender affirming care, people are getting their stuff, like going through their transition and stuff, and it was being happened, but it was not commercialized. It wasn't as big as what it is now. Like, it's got big and stuff like that, to the point that you guys, it's basically going to be the parent of people's parents. No, it does not work like that. Your fucking 7-year-old should not be on puberty blockers. You understand? They should not be discussing, your 10-year-old, 11-year-old should not be discussing transitioning. Like, what part of that don't you understand? Right. Doesn't make any sense, right? No. Boundaries. Democratic Party ain't got no boundaries. They don't take baths over there. They weird as hell. And they think somebody else supposed to be with that. Nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that at all. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I told the girl, I said, you talking about Trump and he's snatching families and stuff. I said, did you hear about your friend Obama? I said, he deported 3 billion people and he was snatching families in the middle of the night. Well, they weren't showing that on the news. I bet they weren't. So before you say you hate him, Trump, go talk to Obama. The same Obama who the people in the Woodlawn and the Hyde Park and the Washington Park and the South Shore area after he signed his community benefits contract, promising that the Obama Center won't shut them down, won't push them out. He says, no, you got to just trust me. And look what's happened. They're getting pushed out. I mean, I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but I do know said, that doesn't include the 2 million he wouldn't let in. So it's cool when he do it, but it ain't cool if Trump do it, because Trump white. If you hate white people that bad, you need to go see somebody. Because I'm going to tell you, y'all always talk about white supremacy. But supremacy against your own people is worse than any white supremacy out there. For your own people, the Democratic Party, the people who have the black vote on lock are treating us the way that they're treating us for their own status. Somebody said, well, the only reason why they're doing this is because they puppets and it's the white man behind them. Why are they letting them put strings on them? I ain't never gonna have no strings on me. There's nobody that's gonna be able to pay me and put strings on me and let me be a puppet for them. Y'all make crazy excuses. Like, it's 2025. Economically, none of this making sense. You know who holding us back economically in Chicago? These niggas. They picking and choosing to give a certain person, they homie or something like that, they'll give them a certain grant or give their little nonprofit some money or da-da-da-da, but that's it. Yeah, New York City, come on. New York City definitely need to come. White supremacy does not, like when I say white supremacy does not scare me at all. I don't even see white supremacy. When I come across a few white racists, I'm going to say what I got to say. But black supremacy is the motherfucking problem. That's the problem. It don't got shit to do with the Republican Party. That's it. That's how that works. Don't have nothing to do with white supremacy the way that we continue to do ourselves. 2 years I asked Mayor Brandon Johnson, the mayor of fucking Chicago, who before he even got a 6.6 rating, before he became the worst mayor on earth, before the DOJ started probing him because he's saying that he only employs black people and all this crazy ass stuff that he says to try to make look good in these churches because he lost the black vote. Because when he came in there, he immediately got down on his knees for the illegals and Carlos Ramirez Rosa in the progressive Hispanic KKK movement. The CTU movement, he immediately, that's who he came down there, he got straight down on the knees. Oh, we do these things. Hey, but as far as him being the mayor, and I started protesting outside. This nigga was going through every other door, so he wouldn't be running to me out, running into a person who has a legitimate case, a legitimate argument, and spent their whole summer downtown 2023 trying to get your attention because you was a new mayor and in hopes of you doing the right thing. That's crazy. Then I get on the mic and I ask for your help plenty of times and you ignore me. Then you get Maurice Robinson, weird ass, to come over and he don't do nothing and he lying to you about whatever he's lying to you about, saying that y'all took care of it or she told him that, instead of you being a nationalist, so you say, or just a good public servant, a person you keep talking about you investing in the beautiful city of Chicago and the people and all that stuff, for you to say, you know what, let me make some time in my schedule and let me meet with you and your mom and your godfather, and you guys bring me all the paperwork and let's see if we can work this out. That is what a mayor is supposed to do. If a person been there going down there consistently, he should have made time for me. He should have made time for Miss Jessica. He should have made time for Mama Doris when she had her issue. He should have made time for George Blakemore. He should have made time for Michael Young Bay, and he should have made time for Taiwan Sims. He could have took care of all them people in a matter of I'll say 60 days of them coming down there consistently. So that is a type. That's it. That's the problem. Them people flew to El Salvador and tried to make it like this man was a family man and all that stuff. That nigga was a whole time MS-13 cold killer, human trafficking, doing all types of shit. All types. So that, it ain't, these people do not care to help us. Danielle, she a whole Chicago resident, born and raised here, husband, retired police officer. Did you think anybody after she came off of Capitol Hill, he was there. Chewy Garcia, he didn't come and say nothing to her. Delia Ramirez didn't say anything. Mayor Brandon Johnson didn't say. Governor Pritzker didn't say anything. Kwame Raoul, none of these people, none of the aldermen, nobody did nothing to come and sit with her and her husband and see what they could do to make it better. Yeah. So I'm just saying that Mr. Gregory told me you got to save yourself. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm willing to save whoever wants to be saved with me while we walk and get what we need to get. And we're going to get it. Understand? Because I see it. I envision it. I manifest it. I have my ancestors with me. I have a beautiful group of people with me. I have great people that rock with me. I don't want to say supporters and followers because I hate them words, but I have genuinely good people, allies that see the bullshit with me and willing to figure out what can we do to make it better. You see that? That's sad. Gave them everything. And now they're all running again because this is the time that they're all about to be together. And because they got no choice, they got to figure out what they're going to do. Even though there's a group of people, I think it put $10 million up to go against Brandon Johnson. It don't even matter how much money. The money thing don't even matter, man. The money thing don't even matter. You got to get out here in this community. You got to be consistent with these people. You got to talk to these people. And my thing is, y'all can go out there and make these dinners and do the photo ops, and like Governor Pritzker, he's starting to he's starting to go to funerals and stuff now. It's his time. He's about to go get his good African Americans who mainly are addicts or alcoholics and give them $20 a signature so they can be out there standing out there. This for Governor Pritzker. Can you sign this? Can you sign this? This would give Governor Pritzker back on the ballot. Can you sign this? Can you sign this? All crackheads, nodding and everything. This for Governor Pritzker. Can we? And y'all signing it. I think it's going to barely be the governor. To let alone, the president is crazy. I don't even think that they're going to make a third term at all. Who voting for him? Honestly, it's not going to be that many people. A lot of black people. First of all, he's not going to free Hoover. People could just run off of that. You let all these illegals in. You're okay with it. You allowed them to be. Some of them could be police officers too. You're okay with them getting the law enforcement. You have prioritized them than your own Illinois citizens. Who is voting for Pritzker? Who? Who voting for Lieutenant Governor Stratton for senator? Who? That's his good African American. Who voting for Brandon Johnson? Who? Who is voting for what's her name? Tony Preckwinkle and them ankles? Who? She barely can walk. She is 1 foot in from hospice. Who is voting for her? These people are criminals. They don't care about nobody. They don't care about your issues. They don't care about your problems. They don't care about where your land. They don't care about your generational wealth. They don't care about your property. They don't care about nothing. They took an oath to this government, to this corrupt system, and that's all they care about. I'm going to have the biggest youth registration drive that is ever going to be. It's going to be too big, too rigged when it comes to these midterm or these local and state elections. And I don't need $10 million to do it. You're going to respect the citizens of Chicago. You're going to respect the culture of Chicago. You're going to respect the businesses of Chicago. You're going to respect everything that needs to be respected when it comes to this city and this state. And none of those people have done it. So why would they do it now? Pritzker didn't balance anything. Matter of fact, we got 11 tax increases. Let me see if I can get these. Hold on. Let me get this before I go. Yeah. Let's see. Look at this. In a couple of days, gas tax 3.5% per gallon, but they're going to say it's Trump. This is Illinois. Gas tax 3.5 cents per gallon. Cigarette tax, I don't even know why y'all still smoking cigarettes, so I might be okay with that tax. Parking garage tax, new 6% state. Ride share services plus dollar fee per ride. Streaming services, 1% tax increase. Online purchase tax increase. Sports betting, tax rate increased to 40%. Vaping products, new 15%. Video gaming. I think that's video gaming is, I got this on there. Higher tax on net revenue, cap reduced vehicle train. Hold on, let me get there. We've got video gaming terminals, then you have vehicle trade and credit cap reduced from 10,000 to 5,000, and then 50-cent retail delivery fee. It's your man right there. Your man, Governor Pritzker. Governor Pritzker. The governor that sits online, or whoever is doing it for him, but is sitting here fighting for everybody else. I'm gonna play his I gotta find it, and when I find it, I'm not gonna do it today, but when I find it, I'm going to play his how when he talked about Jesse, what's his name, Jesse White, and how he was his good African American. Shit, wild out here. This nigga is a wild. That's a wild man. For him to announce his third bid, all this stuff is crazy. This nigga right here announces his third bid as governor. Governor Pritzker announces bid for third term. Third term.
Officially trying to keep his job, launching his third campaign for governor. The first stop in a statewide tour was here in Chicago. The governor is headed to Rockford shortly for another event. Then it's off to Peoria late afternoon and Springfield tonight. The tour continues tomorrow with the governor appearing in Belleville and West Frankfort. Before his remarks this morning, the Pritzker campaign released a video celebrating accomplishments, the state's 9 credit upgrades, minimum wage increase, and an assault weapons ban. For 6.5 years, the billionaire heir to the Hyatt Hotel has dominated Illinois politics, pumping at least $350 million of his own money into his and other campaigns in Illinois. Even as he focused on the state, Pritzker has raised his national profile, taking on President Trump, traveling to New Hampshire and supporting efforts to strengthen abortion rights across the country. Also last year, Pritzker made Kamala Harris's long list of potential running mates. The governor is trying to make history as the state's first Democrat to win a third term as governor. Republican Jim Thompson was elected 4 times as governor. The Illinois Republican Party is not impressed. Chairwoman Kathy Salvi in a statement said, J.B. Pritzker's first 2 terms have been nothing short of a total failure. He's prioritized illegal immigrants over Illinois families, hiked taxes, and rammed through the largest and most bloated budget in state history. Here now is a little bit of what Governor Pritzker told supporters here in Chicago this morning.
I ran for governor in 2018 to change our story. I ran for governor in 2022 to keep telling our story. And I am running for governor in 2026 to protect our story. We must reckon with the fact that everything is too damned expensive. From groceries to concert tickets to mortgages to cars to healthcare, we have created a world where one job isn't enough to raise kids, one salary not enough to own a home, and one lifetime of work not enough to earn retirement.
Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton is running in the Democratic primary for U.S. Senate, so Pritzker will need a new running mate. No announcement today on who that will be, but we can expect it before petition signatures begin to start circulating on the streets of Chicago and throughout the state. Reporting live, Tamon Bradley, WGN News.
Man.
The 4 p.m.
Chicago is so broke. Chicago is so broke. Illinois is broke. So I don't know what he's talking about when it comes to like groceries are too damn expensive. They've been expensive. They've been very expensive. They've been expensive ever since Biden and the COVID scam. The issue is there's no regulations on anything. Where nobody's talking about the monopolies when it comes to all this stuff. Why are we still living in an inflation world? Everything needs to go back to regular prices. Back to regular prices when people was doing good and what? Regular prices was, let's go back to look how much eggs was in 2017, 2016, 2015, and versus now. We get back to that. Like, y'all act like we can't get back to those prices. I mean, this one guy told me, you understand, the inflation, it keep going. You understand? Like, the world gonna keep, what was it? What? Shut up. This is unnecessary inflation that we're in. Motherfuckers can, people talk about something. We can't find nobody to work and stuff like this. You can't find nobody to work because your price is too expensive, sweetheart. Your food is mediocre and you got rules when it comes to eating out. We can't take it back if the food is raw or nasty. If the food is not up to par, even though we're the customer, you got all these rules and we got to pay a surcharge on top of gratuity. Get the fuck out of here. That shit came during COVID, and y'all never stopped that. And there's nobody that's regulating that shit. So until y'all fucking realize that Red Lobster is just the only place people are gonna be going to, and Fridays and Chili's and stuff, because their prices are still the same. Their prices are still the same. So if you guys can't do the same thing that they do, or you can't go talk to somebody to figure out why McDonald's done lost their mind. McDonald's has lost their mind too. You want to talk about boycotting somebody? Boycott these restaurants. Boycott these restaurants. Yeah, all this shit fucked up out here. Ain't no regulation. Ain't no moderation out here. and y'all just keep spending the money, keep spending this shit, and then get mad. Then you got the nerve to be mad at people who choose to how you gonna do that? All he care about is his rich friends. Well, what do you think the Democratic Party give a fuck about? Because they offered you Obamacare? Like, what? Y'all make no sense. Y'all ain't never gonna make no sense. These people over there, Democratic Party, them niggas is slow. Niggas is absolutely slow over there. And they so slow that they think everybody is just as slow as them. I'm trying to tell you, if they really cared about what they were doing, they would have been apologizing and acknowledged their wrongdoings and would do better. But they will not do better because they have a victim mentality. These are the people. You know, got that one ex that she the victim for in every relationship that she's in. Anybody that dated her after you, all got the same. She ain't never do nothing. She ain't the reason. She's no reason why that the breakup is all because of everybody else. Everybody else is probably that's the Democratic Party. Don't take the blame for that. Won't acknowledge their wrongdoings or not. D.L. Hughley vain about to pop out his head. I really feel sorry for him. I'm pray for him because ain't no way in the world somebody should make you that fucking angry. That fucking angry when you aren't even a great father. You want your daughter to forgive you for how you act towards her when it came to what she confided in to tell you as a father, but you cannot hate this man, but you hate Trump. I mean, foaming out the mouth. Y'all foaming out the mouth. Shit crazy. Trying to tell you, like, I'm for sure if D.L. Hughley wanted to go to therapy and talk about the syndrome that he has, is why he hates this person that he does not know personally, never had a conversation with him, never wanted to meet with him, anybody in his camp to talk to him, any of these things. And you are that angry at this person, like pissed off at this person at this point, that is affecting. It's affecting your mind. It's affecting your brain. It's affecting you. Probably can't even go to work. You can't think. All this stuff. You deserve a check. You deserve a Social Security disability check, D.L. Hughley. And I promise you that the Trump administration will make sure you get that check, because ain't no way in the world you were this angry. Like, these people is too mad because they want to continue to have gay sex, and they feel like if the Republicans take over, for some reason they think they're getting rid of anything, like people cannot be gay. That's honestly what it is. I'm gay as hell. I'm going to remain gay and remain conservative. I'm who I am, and no party is going to take my sexual orientation, how I feel, away from me. I don't care what y'all try to say, what you do, and it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. So, but people are so brainwashed into things, into worrying about are worried about the wrong thing. Sex shouldn't even be in the forefront of any of this. Religion, politics, have religion and sexual and sex. Well, I should say religion, sex, and politics is the worst combination ever, and it's diluting everybody to the point is poison. It's poison. Though you leave religion with religion, sex with consenting adults, no children involved, and leave politics with politics. When that starts getting back separated, this country will be a much better place on both sides. That's real talk. People need to understand what and I talked to this dude the other day. He like, man, I'm liberal as fuck. I'm like, I wouldn't even go around telling nobody that, man. I wouldn't, as a grown ass man that's in his 50s, black man, you screaming I'm liberal as fuck right now in these weird times is the reason why we ain't got no help. I'm watching you suffer. I'm like I don't get it. Some people. I think some people like to sacrifice, like to fight. I mean, like to suffer and because if they keep the suffering, they'll always have a story. Some people are never going to be satisfied. They're never going to be satisfied. That's just what it is. They're just never going to be satisfied. So it doesn't matter who you decide to be. The Green Party, Libertarian, Republican, Democrat, Independent. There's some people that are just not going to be happy because they are not happy with themselves. And you can't argue with a person who's not happy with themselves. A person who has to look out and check to see who all going to be there before they come. A person who cannot step out on their own and enjoy going out by themselves. A person who has to, well, if they're going to be there, then I'm going to come. Them type of mentality people are them people over here on the Democratic side. And those type of people I cannot get with because y'all don't have your own mind. So that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Any questions? I'm going to here tomorrow because I'm going to talk about this Medicaid thing because I'm about tired. I'm gonna break down the big, beautiful bill tomorrow in my terms. In my terms and in my words. What I don't like about the bill, what I do like about the bill, and advice for people who feel like they're the most vulnerable. And when I say the most vulnerable, not able-bodied, the most vulnerable meaning seniors, meaning people who are disabled, people who are raising children, but have to understand that you have to be a role model to your children. And being on Section 8 and welfare for the rest of your whole life is not being a role model to your children. And that's not white supremacy that's doing that. So we'll talk about all that tomorrow. If you're interested in the Freedmen Homecoming in D.C. and the 14th Amendment rally, please send an email to info@chicagofistred.com or chicagofistred.com. There's also once this is over, I'll put a link for a Google Sheet. You can add your information to the Google Sheet as well. We'll make sure that you get all the information and where we'll be at for every day and all that. And I expect to see a good amount of people. I believe that this should happen every year, and I'm going to continue to pursue it every year. Hopefully next year I will have some type of sponsor, but this year it's all grassroots. So even every donation that has been given, shout out to John H. for being my partner in this. He is a great attorney in Chicago, a Chicago native, and a good friend. So shout out to John for helping me make this happen as well. And shout out to all the donations that we are receiving and have received. And please, we are a grassroots organization, and we want to make sure everybody is comfortable. So, and that's how that goes. We look forward to meeting with you guys, laughing with you guys, talking with you guys, and listening to some great music, getting some great information, and connecting and keeping this going. That's it. Appreciate y'all, and have a good evening, and be safe. All hands on deck.